Since the inception of Pakistan, it is facing severe economic challenges. For temporary political gains, we bore these economic challenges for such a long time period that now they have become multi-dimensional economic issues. If we're really serious about solving them, a devised, pragmatic and novel approach is needed. We categorized these economic challenges into external economic challenges and internal economic challenges. Let's talk about external challenges first. First is bad balance of trade. Pakistan's imports are of $80 billion while export stands at only $31 billion. It gives us trade deficit of $48 billion. Then comes current account deficit. If a country cannot perform well in trade, positive flow of dollars in country by other means brings help. But despite our gigantic foreign remittances of $26 billion, we still face negative current account every year. Means sum of inflows and outflows of foreign reserves is negative. Third is stagnant foreign direct investment. FDI in Pakistan reduced from $2.5 billion to $2.1 billion during period of 4 years. Within the same period, it rose in India from $44.5 billion to $64 billion. These consistent negative flows of dollars have brought our foreign reserves to under $10 billion and it remains fluctuant throughout the year. To cover all these deficits and for functioning of state, Pakistan has to take loans from friendly countries and international monetary organizations. Now these loan has reached to 71% of GDP and it has stunned our economy. Now internal challenges. Here first and one of the major trouble is poor tax collection. Out of 7.2 million tax filers, nearly 2.5 million only file their tax returns. So, due to low income and growing expenses of government, budget deficit is growing every year. It has reached around 7.9% of GDP. Once we have known issues, let's discuss causes behind them. Here you know trade deficit is because imports are larger than exports and imports kept growing because largest chunk of imports could not be evaded like fuel and oil. Second reason of imports is fixed exchange rate in past. Then of course stagnant exports. Let's discuss these points one by one. Do you know only fuel and edible oil accounts for 40% of our imports? That's huge. Then fixing of exchange rate to a particular value does damages. For example, dollar rate was fixed at 100 rupees. It encouraged imports because of cheaper availability. Besides it, export of one unit brought less amount and it became less attractive to exporters. Once a product is available at cheap prices in international market, it discourages local industry. Everyone starts importing rather than producing it. Hence, a country becomes import-based economy. Our exports remained stagnant for long period due to low productivity and inadequate services for exports. Now there are hundreds of reasons behind low productivity. We'll discuss it in a separate video. Then to halt depleting foreign reserves, loans which we take cost us about 56% of annual income. So it discourages spending on other basic issues. Then at micro level, our tax collections are very less due to tax evasion at large. Tax to GDP ratio of 10% in Pakistan is one of the lowest in the world. Now see how this crunch is affecting us. And of course, first position here is of inflation. Official figures claim it to be at 30%, but indeed it has crossed 60%. And if we compare prices of bread basket to previous years, it has crossed the milestone of 100%. Then unemployment. 24% of our educated people are jobless. With unbridled inflation, this unemployment is pushing people towards poverty. According to official claims, 30% of population is living under the line of poverty, but IMF claims it to be even higher, 40%. With such inflation, unemployment and poverty, government and people are unable to spend on health, education, living standard and other components of human development. This is why Pakistan is at 154th position out of 189 countries in Human Development Index. Then last is compromised sovereignty. Once we take loans or help from other nations and monetary organizations, it comes with conditions and restrictions. Hence, government may has to take decisions against interest of public and state state as well. Now, once we have known all major issues, we would have been able to understand that remedy to all these issues is create financial independency. Government should introduce attractive packages for exporters. Redeemable vouchers can be given to exporters, which may bring a certain percentage of profit after holding them for a specific time period. Or these vouchers can be used to import a minimal percentage of luxury items. Then tax holidays for new exporters can be introduced. Then some novel ways of getting dollars. Government should arrange business seminars and meetings to attract foreign direct investment in agriculture, financial services, information and communication. These sectors have real potential and growth, and these attract foreign investors. According to an estimate, a container passes through a country can bring $2,000 as it uses cargo services, hotels, roads or railways, and pays toll taxes and custom. Here, Gwadar is an opportunity for Pakistan because trade of only Central Asian states worth $300 billion, and they need a port like Gwadar. Now, imagine how gigantic it can be if Russia and China start trading through it. For internal stability and better tax collection, tax reforms should be introduced. It is very lengthy to discuss, so I will make a separate video on it. Now last but never the least, there is dire need of political stability. Foreign business ventures only invest in countries with stable governments, and monetary organizations trust only powerful states. Also, Charter of Economy should be signed by all political parties of country. Hence, a policy implemented will get consistency and continuity. Thanks for watching. Pakistan Zindabad.